Welcome to TradeTheNBA.com. This is Jones, reports for the 17th. Isn't math a beautiful thing? Well, intraday, we saw that we did exactly what was expected, moving up to the highs. And of course, we still expect that potentially within that, you're still going to have the weakness because of the DOC still below the negative 13.5. And that's going to have an interplay. As we've talked about, though, we're still stuck between this 100 and 76%, but in our view, between the ABM gold would be a natural pullback. And we know there was still a couple of positive extremes on the 50K that still needed to be filled. When we look at it from an NQ standpoint, same situation. Now, of course, you can see right here in pre-market, uh, off quite a bit. And again, that's reflected in what we were seeing from those readings, that potential was in there. Treasuries, again, continuing to reduce the yield as they speak. This is just, again, Fed speak causing a reaction. Rates haven't actually gone down. Fed claims they're right by their target of 2% inflation, right? Yeah, try and convince the real world of that, but it works in the monetary game. And oil softened a bit, and so that does ease a little bit. But again, at this elevation, you're still going to be at where inflation was back in April, and that so that was not anywhere within that 2% target. Now, of course, they can claim, well, but the rate isn't increasing. No, but still, prices are elevated and they're staying elevated. So, how does that benefit in any way, shape, or form? The euro continuing to climb because of the expectation that rates in America are going to zero. And I'm being facetious when I say that because it is ridiculous. But I did promise you this one that the retreat when gold happened that it would skyrocket, counter to all the things that had been previously expected that you would have for gold if rates were either rising and beneficial situations, because at this point it's just a reflection that there's going to be no abatement to the devaluation of the currency, and then we're not just talking the dollar, we're talking all currencies, and so that moves to the safe haven. And I said we would break out to new highs, and there you go. It's happening in pre-market as we speak. I mean, this isn't complicated stuff. Bitcoin and that also, I said, would the cryptos would also see their day as far as improvement, and you're getting that very situation as well. So it's all playing out pretty much within the expectations, at least that I have, when you look at the way the economic models have to roll. But that doesn't change the fact that from a market standpoint, again, to that devaluation is not going to be absorbed by the market. So the value of the market actually has to rise to accommodate it, despite the effect that it may have on earnings. There's ETH also doing a nice bounce from its early buy signal. So you have the 50K. We're talking about this positive extreme right here that still needed to be filled right at the low of 56.63 range. And we're almost there. What was the low so far? 68. Yeah, okay, so it did fill. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's why we have these indicators. Everything fits beautifully, and it's just a clean way to be able to see things. What we had was intraday the NBI white spike, but then you had the magenta move back above, and there was a slight deviation, and it spiked again. It was that second spike that was definitely the trigger, and once that took place, that's where we're seeing this exacerbate along. And of course, there'll be a reason for it. It's always a reason for it. It's all just BS. It's just the opportunity to take out call buying options and just wipe out the gamma on them before the week's end, and it's going to be beautiful again. And perfect way to just destroy them. So if you're not trading those, daily, these people are holding on to, their call options for the week. They're just getting all of their premium wiped out and stuff. So all part of the game. As always, though, anything relevant, I'll put on the Skype chat. Have a good one. Oh, wait, let me show you the 5K before I go out there, because it's kind of relevant. This is that choppy action intraday, but if you can see what's happening here in the post market, and maybe it's a realization that, Trump is still alive and that he may actually win, but you can see that trail off has all happened very quickly. There's no new special news going out here. It's just this good opportunity to take advantage of soft volumes, and you can play around with those options and really drive futures down, and that will destroy it when the market opens. I would expect there would be some bounce back potentially before the open, but that's the long and the short of it. As always, have a good one. Anything relevant, I will put on the Skype chat for you. Trade well.